All right, gonna get started. This topic is Logical Volume Manager, LVM. There are it's a great thing when your machine is set up with LVM. Although, as you get into Docker, if all you do is Docker images, I'm not sure that you will need it. Your Docker host, if you're managing say an Amazon ECS cluster or a Deis cluster or anything like that, once you need to grow your disks, hopefully you've got it set up to use LVM. So it's more of a systems type of a tool that allows you to grow your disks online without any downtime. So I'm on a machine here. Just going to use DF to see what kind of disk space I have. So here is some of the disks that are using LVM. Notice that my boot disk is not using LVM, but most everything else is, including home and root and some others. As you can see, I'm getting close to full in home, so I want to see what I could do about that. First of all, there's physical volumes, volume groups, and then logical volumes, and kind of in that hierarchy. So you got PVS as a synopsis of what physical disks are set up to use LVM. So I've got three disks, essentially two partitions, or three partitions, really just two disks. Got SDA2 and SDA5 that are on the same disk, but just partitioned separately. So I want to do, I can also be a little bit more verbose with PV display. And I can even specify a certain disk and just get the details for that one thing. Shows you your physical extents. They're like 4 meg chunks. How many chunks are free or extents, and how many I have allocated. Okay, so now I can also see, so just having viewed that, I don't really know much about what's available for my volume groups, which is if I want to extend this home disk, I'm going to need to know what is available in my volume group. This is going to be, it's kind of ugly. So VGS shows me that, hey, in my home volume group, I've got 85 gigs free. Not very much. So again, if you look at df-hp, I can see that my home is in the home VG. So when I look at VGS, I need to, this is the one that I need to know how much space is available. I can do an online resize because I have that 85 gigs free. I can do LVS also. Show my logical volumes. I think with LV display you need a full path through dev. All right, so again, shows me more details about that particular LV, but really all I need to know is that I have space in my VG in my volume group, and I'm going to extend that by LV extend -R to do resize. It says please resize this file system for me, capital L, plus say 5 gigs. And there's, if you read the man page, there's a variety of ways you can specify the size. You can use lowercase l to do like %free or a certain number of logical extents. But a lot of times we say, I want 5G, a human readable amount. I want to specify my path. All right, I don't know. Sometimes it's weird about auto completion. Anyways, let's see if this works. So the logical volume changed from 280 to 285, successfully resized, and then my -R flag caused resize 2FS to go ahead and do an online resize. And there we have it. I'm now up to 13 gigs free instead of 7 or 8, down to 96% usage instead of 98. If you were to add a disk, like it's very easy to add disks online as well. If let's say you're using VMware, you present a new disk to the VM, and then you can go ahead and do VG extend. Then the name of the volume group, like home VG. I don't have a disk ready to do this with, but let's just say it's SDH. It'll go ahead and do some of the things that it'll do all the things that it needs to get it ready and prepared to use with LVM. One of the things it does in the background is like PV. It basically prepares the physical volume, and I've forgotten even what it does for you. But there used to be a step that I would do manually with some PV command that VG extend just does that for you. And then once I realized that, well, I've completely forgotten the PV thing that it does for you. So so all you need to do is VG extend it, and then your volume group will look bigger, and then you can then distribute that to your logical volumes. So LVM is awesome, and I'm so glad that it's at my disposal. So check it out, and thanks for tuning in.